Tym Moss.
Hey there, Wendy Stuart. Get down with the bad self.
Yes, we are doing our happy dance here today at If These Walls Could Talk. Hi, everybody. I'm Wendy Stuart.
And I'm Tym Moss.
And we are happy to be here with you today. Gorgeous 80 degrees, Tim. I'm loving it.
It is. I know you do. I know you love this heat.
I am a summer girl. So, my God, what a week. You know, we had Night of 1,000 Gowns.
Yes.
In the Imperial Court of New York. That we had the most performers ever this year. First of all, we were at Park Terrace on the Park in Queens.
Right.
And
no, I haven't talked to you yet to get all the details.
Oh my God, the deets. Gorgeous panoramic view of Queens. But you could see other things too. And the sunset to die for. And we had, I think, the largest show ever. We had, of course, the one and only Dorothy Bishop, who did bring down the house. She never disappoints with that. And we had an amazing opera singer. We had somebody from RuPaul's Drag Race. We had some other singers. And we had 2 bearded plus size drag queens and another girl who were very, very cool. They did like rap music. I'm telling you, it was like a big presentation in Queens. There we were. Hanging out and being Queenie and Queens. I think one of the highlights, and I'd like to share this with people about the Imperial Court. They are the one organization in the country that we have chapters all over. We are constantly raising money for other LGBTQ organizations. And every event we do is to raise money for other LGBTQ organizations. So the element of pride. And oh my God, of course, we had your friend, Eric Botcher.
I love Eric. Yeah.
Everybody loves Eric. Dorothy got an amazing picture with Eric. We
saw.
Both said if he were straight, we would fight over him. But he's not, so there's no hope. No, we're just kidding. He's adorable. And then, of course, Laura Dunn, who's running for New York District 12 for the congressional seat.
For the U.S. Congress,
the House of Representatives for Jerry Nadler's seat. And then, of course, Jane Clemente from the Tyler Clemente Foundation.
Now, they were a beneficiary, were they not?
Yes, but Jane, you know what? Whether she's a beneficiary or not, she supports absolutely everything we do.
Yes, she does.
We love her. We support her organization. Of course, the one and only Michael Musto, who we kidnapped to take out there and then managed to lose before we left. I
heard he called me.
Well, I know. No, you don't. Okay, you have to understand how much I love that. That like you were his port in the storm. And my friend Rose is saying, "Why is he calling Tim?" I'm like, "Because it's probably the only number he had." And I knew the thinking. He figured you could call him a Uber, but which
I did. I helped him get home, but as it turned out, you came to the rescue with the.
We did. We were there all along. But he had, he didn't see us. He didn't know.
And then both of your phones died. So you couldn't reach me to tell me what was going on.
Right. Michael's phone had died. And then, I'm going to say it. We are like diehard, like Manhattanites. We don't leave the island of Manhattan. I fully believe that these panic situations happen because we're like, oh my God, we're in Queens.
Yeah. How do I get out of here? What do I do?
Right. We were way out. We weren't in like
exactly.
Local areas in Queens I could have handled, but we were way out. We went into panic mode, but we were good, and a good time was actually had by all. So
good.
I'm still in recovery for it. And then oh my God, this week I'm rolling into the Explorers Club annual weekend, which is wild and crazy. 3,700 explorers from all over the world, astronauts, so many people that you've heard of. I will get to see in the flesh, literally.
Oh, nice.
Oh, it's cool. Yeah. And it's just, they're just from so many walks of life. So yeah, I'm jazzed.
Wonderful. Well, last weekend, Ike Avelli, Cecily Williams, and Mickey Petrillo and I grabbed a bite to eat, and then we went to see Jackson Sturkey's show.
Amazing.
XOXO love letters from NYC. That was such a fun show. Oh my God, that was great.
You know what? It's Jackson surrounded by, there had to be like what, 10 to 12 women.
Yeah.
The women are all amazing, and not only performance, their body moves. They're all dancers. And then Jackson was kind of like, surrounded by these women. He was like a carnival barker, MC. It was just, and it was all his original material.
And he's so perfect at that.
Perfect. I agree. I said to him, Jackson, this is the perfect vehicle for you. If you don't have an amazing agent after this, So I'm sorry it's over. A show like that, you wanted to have a 2-week run at least. With it.
Exactly. Well, then Monday night I went to see a friend of mine, who we had never met in person. We've known each other for years. She's a writer, a director, an actress. Her name is Elise Maureen Milner. And I went to see her show called The Offer at the American Theater for Actors. And let me see if I've got.
Do you have the playbill?
I thought I had the playbill, but she's producing the week-long theater festival called Backdoor to Broadway Theater Festival.
At ATA. It's at ATA.
All this week, they're all new, fresh, original pieces.
Which is fabulous, right? Yeah. And then speaking of new and fresh, Margot Channing will be at Pangea this Saturday night. For those of you listening, if you don't have a ticket, please get one. The show is called Oversharing. And if you know Margot Channing, she does that on a regular basis. I was just telling Steve Shanigan, one of the owners here, Margot got me through the pandemic because she would do this comedy hour sitting on a stool in her house, as Margot Channing with cocktails, one after the other, the boozy Shantuzzi, and
she'd sing a song and
right. And the people that would comment, I ended up actually making friends, and I'm currently still friends with, that would comment on her show. So you see, there were some amazing things that came out of all of that. Well, okay. I'm particularly excited about today's guest because, first of all, she was highly recommended by World Star Media, which is Eileen Shapiro and Jimmy Starr. They are my PR people as well. And when they rave about somebody, I know that person is going to be a rock star. And literally, when they started telling me about this person, she has a band. She's a musician. And then, of course, I got the bio. The really huge thing here, besides the fact that she can do anything in the world of music, she's got at least 4 incredible books. Okay. I want to give you the names before I tell you who it is.
I love the names of these books.
The Modern Witchcraft Guide to Magical Herbs, The Modern Witchcraft Guide to Crystal Magic, The Modern Witchcraft Guide to Runes, and The Modern Witchcraft Book of Natural Magic. Her books are so amazing. They have been translated internationally. I mean, can you imagine? And I'm just thrilled to have her here. Please, a warm welcome for our one and only Judy Ann Nock. Yes, slide on over. Easy peasy. And there you are.
How are you, Judy?
And we're live. We are live. Yeah, I know.
Judy Ann, how are you?
I'm going to switch you over a little more.
My God, you're gorgeous.
I told you she was gorgeous. When I was waiting for you to come, I kept looking out the window because we have big windows here. And there were a lot of people with dark hair that walked by. I'm like, no, I need this gorgeous blonde. She's for today. Thank you so much. First of all, you drove here?
Yes, I do. I have a Prius. So.
Yeah. Oh, you have a Prius. So
it's vegetarian for car.
Yeah.
I love it. It is. It's
not vegan.
Right. Good for you. And here we all are. Loved reading about you. Of course, as Tim knows, and a lot of people that tune in, Wicca is my sweet spot also. And I came from a long line of, I would just say intuitive women from Scotland, because it's in the genes, right? We know about the Scotch. So when I started reading about you and listening to the other podcast you were on, I'm like, oh my God, like she really rocks. So I just, I have to open up with these are very trying times.
Yes.
For people that follow Wicca, how did they get through these times? If you were going to give like just a few tips for people that are listening in.
So the tips that I would give for people listening in are to trust the magic and put in the work. There's a lot of misconceptions around how spells work. And there is a law of magic called acting in accord. So if you do the spell and that's all you do, and you're not taking action in your real life to bring about those results, you're not going to see them. So a lot of people, when they say like, oh, the magic isn't working or the spell didn't work, it's like, well, what did you do? Where was your acting in accord? Where was your follow through? So that's what I would encourage people to do.
So if you were going to like define simply, because I've heard that phrase, but I'm sure later, what is acting in accord?
Acting in accord and is taking real life action towards the goals that you are creating.
It's responsibility.
Toward the intention.
Right. Yeah. So for example, so one of the things that I love to do is crystal magic. So you'll see these beautiful like mandalas and arrays, and it's not just about like adorning a space or decoration. What it is placing your intentions, and then it becomes like a reminder. So for example, if my intention is to do a healing spell, then I will put like a crystal in the center of the mandala that symbolizes like the healing that I want to achieve. Then I will surround it with other stones. This might be make the appointment, go to the appointment. Get the prescription, fill the prescription, take the medicine, drink 8 glasses of water, get enough sleep. And then it's a reminder of like, am I doing these things?
Right.
If I'm not doing these things, how do I expect the healing?
Right.
That's the best way I can explain acting in accord.
It's almost in a way like the saying of you can move a mountain, but just be sure to bring a shovel.
Yeah, well, actually, to move the map, right.
You can do, but you have to follow through, and you've got, like you said, put the work in.
I love that,
and that sets that intention in motion and the energy flowing.
And it grows. It doesn't just grow; it grows.
Well, energy moves all the time, right?
Once you are acting in accord with your highest desire, the universe gets on board with you, because the more you send out the vibration, the more it is carrying out. And I love the analogy of like the stone thrown into the pond. Yeah. So you'll see those
ripples.
Circles.
The ripples,
more than one. Like if you put in just one and we're like, you wouldn't see the same effect. So it's the same thing with acting in accord and moving towards that desire, that mountain.
Right.
One shovelful at a time. Yes.
How, when did you realize you had a gift for this? I come from this. Were you raised this way?
So that's a really great question. I was raised, so my mother is Jewish atheist and my dad is observant Catholic. So,
and I'm the opposite of you. Is Protestant and my dad was Jewish.
Oh my God.
So we're all mixed up inside, right?
And where are you from originally? Where did you grow up?
So I grew up in Pensacola, Florida. So I'm from like the dirty South, the Panhandle.
That Panhandle
part, not like the rich palm tree South Florida. But I think that like ritual and witchcraft really just came very natural to me. When I discovered it in my late teens, I realized that I had been doing this since I was 8 years old, like just kind of like instinctively building altars. There were things that I just like knew.
She's totally freaking me out because I was exactly the same.
There you go. That's we just are. We don't really become witches.
Right, but I never understood.
We just are.
I never understood like why I did that. And in my family, even though both my mother and grandmother were very gifted in that, they did think I was the odd child that would do that thing. My daughter pointed out to me now, I invite people over to my apartment. Tim, you've been there. She said, Mom, you realize you have 5 altars here? I'm like, but I didn't realize that. I didn't. They are my way of being. But it's like when you have people come into your space, they'll call you out on it.
It shows. The magic shows. The magic wants to be seen. The magic wants to manifest.
As a child, did you have special dreams that told you had an inkling for this?
I didn't have dreams, but I did have visions.
You had visions.
So some of my earliest visions, starting from when I was about 6 or 7 years old, was my paternal grandmother.
She
Like,
visited a visitation.
I would see her,
Right.
and when I would try to explain it, that I see Grandma in the sky. Like I remember that very, very vividly. I remember telling the kids about it like it was normal.
Did they? And how did they react to you though?
Was it a bird? They were trying to explain.
Right? Was it a bird?
Was it a bird?
Like Grandma bird?
Was it some kind of cloud? I'm like, no, it was Grandma.
Or they must have been. Judy Ann has a vivid imagination.
Well, that too. I mean, when I was around 8 years old, I discovered Greek mythology, and then it was all over. Everyone else was playing Barbies, and I was playing Athena with
I love it.
The shield and the spear and the helm and the aegis and the owl.
God bless you. You're fabulous. I love that. You were playing Athena.
I was playing goddess.
Right.
I was a wee tot.
Yeah.
That hasn't changed.
Do you remember like the first manifestation that you created where you were like, oh, wow, this works?
Oh, yes, that's a terrible story.
Oh, no.
I hear it. We sell all kinds of stories. Go for it.
Evil. It was so bad. It freaked me out.
Oh, no.
I was a like punk leaning teen witch, and I hexed someone that broke their leg the day after.
What kind of hex? So we're getting into hexes now. I love this. You have to understand, I rarely have anyone I can speak with on this level. What kind of hex did you use?
Oh, that I'm not going to say.
You should. But they broke their leg.
They broke their leg.
Yeah.
Like almost.
But they did something that pissed you off, and
they did something
bad to
that
her.
pissed me off,
Right.
and I took my retaliation. Like at the crossroads at midnight with some things I'm not that proud of today. But I was just like, I felt, it was weird because like I definitely felt bad, but I also felt curious. Like what was the connection there? Like that coincidence is a little strong. But then I have found that magic is very much a series of controlled coincidences.
Right. It's controlled because she said magic is controlled coincidences.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
I don't really believe in coincidence. I believe in magic, and magic makes things happen. And in the mortal world, right, we call it coincidence because they need a way to explain it. That's a coincidence.
People need a way to understand
Thank
it too.
you.
Like this happened, and this happened.
Right. And they needed to explain it. But you know, there's those of us that like that kind of stuff happens and we just sit there and go, oh, well, what did you expect? So, you know, your teens, what were they? You were like a punk goth.
Yes, I was like, you know, like your classic suburban rebel without a cause, like have really good parents, have really awesome siblings. My family is great, but I think it was the surrounding culture where growing up Florida in the South was, to my eye, like very, very backwards, where I started fantasizing about leaving by the time I was 12. I just knew that I didn't fit in there. It was very, very clear. You know, being smart wasn't really in vogue there. No shade to the people
Greek
there.
mythology.
I was the only one that checked it out of the library. Like it was literally just me.
Right.
Your name was the only one on that card.
So in Florida, I was a little strange. Right. But when I moved to New York, I'm not strange at all.
That's why we're all here, Judy Ann. Right. We're all blended here.
Welcome to Strangeland.
Yes.
Now, were your parents, were they kind of supportive of you blossoming in your own way and finding these things out, or were you more of a curiosity?
No. The thing that really kind of like kicked it over was publishing. Like it's really, I publish under my given name, you know, I'll respect to people that, you know, protect their own privacy
of course.
With magical names. That's great. I made a choice like to use my given name. And so it kind of like forced me out of the broom closet.
I love that. Wait. Hello. Hey, broom closet.
I'm doing a thing, and they were pretty gagged. Not really understanding, but not really trying to stop me. That's the thing that I realized.
Right.
Like, sometimes I get a little poor me, like, oh, I'm all alone. No one's really saved me or helped me, but no one's really slowing me down or stopping me either. So.
Right. But like when you were in school and goth and all of that, were they just, oh, that's just Judy being Judy Ann?
Yes, they were like, that's Judy being Judy.
She's a teenager.
She can stay away from us. And it was like, constant battle over my clothes, my hair, not allowed to burn incense, can't wear
Wait,
that,
you
can't
couldn't
leave
burn
the house.
incense? Oh my
No,
God.
it's just like it was rough going for where I was at that time. Where I wasn't who I was.
What changed for you when you came to New York with your personal belief system, we'll call it? What were
you came here by yourself?
I had like a core group of friends.
Okay, cool.
I had a core group of friends, but so I had it was a soft landing.
It was a soft landing. Cool.
It was a soft landing
nice.
where I had like the friend with the corner of the living room that I could rent.
I love that, the corner of the couch.
You know, I moved to the East Village because it was
of course
cheap.
You did, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate to say that because because then I date myself, but I guess that's okay.
We date ourselves all the time. Let's face it, we're in the East Village now, and we know this is
really not so cheap anymore.
You're in the most expensive real estate now, and you came here. NYU hadn't taken over. NYU took over, and the people, these streets. They've all lots of trust fund people here now. The East Village you're talking about, which we all remember and know and love.
Yeah.
Perfect place for you,
Well, and this is a perfect place for me too.
Yeah.
2 Judy Ann fun facts. My second New York apartment was right down the street on 2nd Avenue between 5th and 6th.
Wow.
And then one of my early shows with Saint Divine was right over there. We had here at Pangea.
Are you kidding?
No.
Oh my God.
I was so delighted with the location because I'm like, this is where Saint Divine kind of got our start. One of our
that's like
crazy.
that's crazy.
Coincidence?
Cool. Yeah. I wish you had told me that. What was interesting, because you a lot of the talent, you don't get the picture and the bio and everything you need right away or whatever. Judy sends me everything right away, and I start reading about her, and then I go to print things out. My printer breaks. I'm not blaming it on you, but then the bio, I went to send it out. Bio didn't go. There were all these electronic things, and I'm like, I get this. It's connected to witchcraft. I know, I understand these things
because witchcraft is nature, not necessarily
exactly. But it was very, very frustrating because you did absolutely everything right. But when you have a certain kind of power, not just you, people in general, the electronics, and I'm sure you've had this happen, they will go up against it a lot of the time.
Well, I have a theory about that.
Yes, I want to hear
it all. When you are doing something really important, whether it is doing a big spell or a ritual or booking a show or trying to move forward in a significant way, the universe is going to put obstacles in your path. It's kind of asking you, how bad do you want this?
Absolutely.
How strong do you have to be to push past this? So when everything goes really smooth, that's when I start to get a little scared. Obstacles, I'm like, I'm on the right path.
Because you're pushing ahead.
Because it's important.
So you also know where we are with astrologically right now. You know we're at the very beginning.
In Aries.
Everyone's in Aries. It's a wild and crazy time in Aries. We're like at the beginning. I am already seeing major beginnings and changing in my own life that I'm not touching. It's happening, and I want it to happen. Like what you're saying. It's very intense. It's very intense. What do you do when it gets very intense for you?
Shields up.
Shields up.
Protection magic.
Right.
Right.
Shields up.
Shields up. Now, how
many times in a day would you say that you not necessarily cast a spell, but do a ritual or a crystal or something? Is that something daily or something maybe once a week? Or
I would say that for me, it really depends on the scale. So like the big stuff, I would say about like 8 times a year, and the practice is daily.
Right.
Yeah. So the daily practice is just me, but I do involve others from time to time.
From time to time, but daily. My daily thing. And by the way, we have a really great, you probably know Magical Child is right around here.
I remember that place.
Yeah, all my oils and things come from there. And Judy Ann made me think, you talked about protection. I have a very strong protection oil from there, and I'm going to start putting it on because I have other oils that make the chaos even more, because I feel when I'm shaking it up, I can make stuff happen.
Oh, absolutely.
Right,
This
but
is
it's
a
also-
great place for it. There's enchantments and flower power.
Enchantments is the one I go to. Thank you for bringing them up. We love that. Tim, we got to get you some oil from Enchantment.
Okay,
really
I would love that.
Judy came with this amazing library. Can we bring these beautiful books over here, because we want to know all about them?
All right, so we can go in order.
Yeah.
This was the Modern Witchcraft Guide to Natural Magic, and I wrote this book for people like us. This is an intermediate book on magic. It is not a primer. It is not a beginning book. I think it's one of the best things I ever wrote, and
have to get this.
It sailed right over everyone's heads and was kind of like a commercial flop. And so
hold on, I'm stabbing you right there. No, you're right, and thank you, but you wrote it anyway, and it's got the truth in it, and that's what's really important.
Absolutely.
So it's not for everyone, and neither am I, and that's fine. But I learned something really valuable. So a lot of people judge the book by its cover, and if you see here, one of the biggest resounding repeating criticisms
I'm going to hold it up to the lens
was people thought it was about plants. They're like, oh, it's so disappointing. I thought it was going to be about plants when it's about complex ritual and high magic. Natural magic, the earth, the air, the fire, the water, the haunted, the hoofed, the winged, the space, time.
Which we know indigenous people follow that.
Yes, and people were like, whoa. So I followed it up with the book about plants. The book about plants.
Plants, the herbs, yes.
Give them what they want.
This was my bestseller. This was the one that broke through. This is the one that put me on the map. And
I love it because it has the word
the
herb in it. I love it.
Magical herbs.
Yes.
So now this one, what about magical herbs? Like,
so you could spend your entire life studying herbs and still know nothing. There's over 50,000 different varieties of herbs, and this book covers around 100. Wow. So it's woefully incomplete. It's very much a primer, but it gives you a little health, a little wellness, a little culinary, a little magic, spells, history, folklore, planting.
So some herbs you might eat or ingest, and others you might burn. And
culinary herbs.
Yes,
this is. I can tell you why this did so well. I just glanced at the table of contents because any person can pick this up, right? She's got stuff you can cook with. How you used it in your own self-care, right? Botanicals. That's a big buzzword, Judy Ann. You know that they love botanicals. Aphrodisiacs and attraction. Using herbal charms for love. This is great, Tim. We should try that one, right? Yeah. Using herbs for luck, and I'm sure everybody knows where to get herbs from.
Well, I try to tell them. I try to especially support, the places that have supported me. Flower Power is in the Village, really high quality.
Where is it?
I think it's on 9th Street.
It's right around the corner.
It's literally right around the corner.
Okay.
And they also carry the book. They are great, really nice. High quality. Yeah. Mountain Rose herbs I order from online sometimes too, and I also grow my own.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You grow. What kind of herb do you grow? I'm just
okay. So right now on my windowsill, I have lavender and thyme, which were holdovers from last year that made it through the winter. I have rosemary, basil, parsley, and sage.
Wow.
Columbines. Yeah.
Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme.
That's all you need.
You know what? Simon and Garfunkel actually knew that, and that's why they.
And I'm guessing that the fresher it is, the more potency it would have.
Yes, and it really depends on what you're planning to do with it as well. So the book is great about that. So if you don't want to eat or ingest, it teaches you how to make ointments and liniments
that you
and
could
topicals. Topical preparations are good.
Yeah, people love that. And I don't have to tell you, if you were going to talk about modern day Wicca and a Western culture using it, it is the ability to use herbs for salves, for healing. I know people that, even having an aloe plant. How many people do we know?
I have that too.
Of course, because aloe plants are
very
wonderful.
Healing.
Yeah, they're very, very healing. It's interesting because a lot of the things that you're into, Native Americans, of course, are into, and indigenous people all over the world. I've spent a lot of time with those cultures in Africa. They've been doing this stuff for hundreds of years. And you go out with a shaman into the jungle in the Amazon. It's incredible. It looks like all these weeds and wild things. They are like, no, this one is to get toxicity out of your blood. This is for this. Wow. That one is used for abortion. And to me, it looks like a regular leaf. I couldn't tell. So I love that you are
now
to us.
Thank you.
Now, the Witchcraft Guide to Runes. What exactly is runes?
Let's talk about runes.
Okay,
right.
this is probably like my most niche of all the titles. So runes are a lot of things. I like to think of them as at least 4 or 5 things. So number 1, it's a symbol, right?
Okay.
Right. Number 2, it's a sound. Number 3, it's a writing system.
Wow.
And a system of divination as well.
Okay.
So when people think of runes, the first thing that comes to mind is the Elder Futhark Road, like the Viking runes, the Nordic runes.
Right. That is the first thing that comes to mind.
Yeah, that's what people think of. But there's ancient and modern systems. So this book goes into the Elder Futhark Road that you would expect. And then it has a chapter on the Ogham runes, which are Celtic, which you would love.
Right.
And then it spends a little time on the runes of Honorius, also known as the Theban runes, which are super important in modern witchcraft. And then a pictographic system called witch runes that look a lot like early Slavic light drawings and the Scottish Pict arts.
Wow.
I can't really tell where they came from. They were popularized by a woman, I think her name was Susan Shepherd, like in the 70s.
Yeah.
So it goes into those 4 main systems. So it's
a lot of like symbolism in a way.
Or
a lot of symbolism, but a lot of practical things as well. So I'm all about the down and dirty DIY hands-on witchcraft.
Right.
And so take the Viking runes or the Nordic runes or the Elder Futhark Row, and they were utilitarian. They were used for property markers, possessions, labeling, graffiti, death. Right. I had the best time studying for this book. I was
going to ask, you had to study for this. This is very complex.
Oh yes, like I have been using one system just for divination for like decades.
Wow.
But so there was like one aspect that I knew really well. The rest I had to really research, and it was so much fun. I was in the British Museum, and there was like this bone, like Viking era from, I think it was like 100 AD.
Amazing.
With like inscribed in runes. It just looked so magical. When you read the translation, it says Thorson made a good comb. So
let's hear it for Thorson. Yay.
Yeah. You made a good
Thorson,
comb.
you did a good comb.
So then what is more magical than like labeling your wand in runes?
Yeah.
You know, like it doesn't have to be that deep.
Well, I think I am going to hold this up because, like Tim, I was never. My idea of runes are, you see these stones on here, right? That are written on. When I think of runes, that's the most That's the most common.
Okay.
Where we lose people, and myself included, is the history. Like you said, there's 4 different at least that we know of complex. That have existed thousands of years. I want to bring Tim in on something now. He went to Stonehenge. Okay. How you're our expert. How would you say that is connected to some of what would be in the Book of Runes?
So when I went to Stonehenge, it was so mysterious.
Yeah.
When you think of like the technology at the time and how far they had to travel, what you're left with is just like, how?
Yeah.
I mean, to the witch,
and for what? What was its purpose? Right. Because it had to have been important to do that, to go through all that.
Yeah. So to my eye, it's very clearly, marking the solstices, equinoxes, the cross-quarter days. And then we know there was like a significant cultural, religious practice centered around that. So temple, celebration, gathering, calendar, all that. To me, that's to my eye, that's very, very clear, just from where the altar stone is placed, why we, make the pilgrimage on the summer solstice, why people are keeping up that tradition. Yeah. Because it's in their DNA. Like we're still making those days. We still
because it's in our DNA.
Yeah,
right?
We're still people.
Yeah.
And even when you get into magic, we're doing the way the runes still resonate is because we still need safety in travel.
Yeah.
We still need protection from disease. We are still looking for love. Like, we're still people. We're still basically wanting the same things. Like, the transportation has changed, communication has changed, but I don't think like the core soul of humanity has changed that much.
Right.
But okay, I'm going to throw one at you then. How do you think we are all now very electronically driven because we have to, right? Because we have our devices, as I call them. How do you think that is blending with what is instinctive and natural that you just talked about? Now we have this electronic thing. Yeah, I want your
It's so scary.
I know it is to me. It is too.
More false reality that's creeping in. So I experience the world as like vibrational energy.
Right.
That's why I love magic. That's why I love music. That's why.
So do sharks, by the way.
Yeah. So
sharks can feel vibrations as well.
And so these devices, they have like their own field. They have their own frequency,
energy field,
and they are so captivating, entrancing. I feel really blessed that I didn't grow up around this stuff.
Right.
I feel really lucky. Yeah, I feel really lucky. I feel like it's going to be difficult to break the spell. I think we're all kind of like in a bit of a trance.
It is a spell, isn't it? Hasn't it become an electronic trance that
it's someone else's prosperity spell that's working very well, where they're captivating our energy and harvesting it for themselves, and doing that.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Yes. Now, we're going to go look over your next book, but also we have a video because we're going to move into your music in just a moment. So why don't we take a look at your video, then we'll come back and talk books. I love all of this. So please, this is Judy Ann Nock with Saint Divide.
Yes.
Said I was a virgin, you said you didn't care. I told you I was married, you said you didn't care. You grabbed me by the throat, you grabbed me by the hair, and then you ghosted me. But that's right, you said you didn't care. So now I don't care about you, and I can't wait till we're through. And if I have to cut your head off, that's exactly what I'll do, to forget your eyes and forget about you. I told you that I cheat, I deal the bottom of the deck. I told you I'm a psycho, I'm a motherfucking wreck. You grabbed me by the hair, you grabbed me by the neck, and then you wore me down until I said, what the heck? Well, now I don't care about you, and I can't wait till we're through. And if I have to cut your head off, that's exactly what I'll do, to forget your eyes and forget about you. I want your secondhand smoke, I want to leave you for broke, I want to light up your head, I want to love you till I'm dead. But it's not up to me, I can't make you believe that I was the one. Doesn't matter, now we're done, and I gave my dagger to you. You ran me right through, nothing left for me to do but stay away from you. I stay away from you, I stay away from you. You said I was your angel, I guess I fell from grace. You said I was your little doll and that you'd set the pace. You said, well, take it slow, babe, don't have to be a race. But you don't even have the guts to tell me to my face. I'll say it. I don't care about you, and I'm so glad we're through. And if I have to dodge a bullet, that's exactly what I'll do. Escape your firing line and forget about you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And I'm guessing you've been playing the guitar for a while.
So, yes, my dad is a country western songwriter, and
cool.
He started teaching me when I was about 7. So you think he's better by now, but
better. This was fabulous, Tim. I was saying to her, you need to let us know when you're playing places you're playing in the city, because that would be really, really cool to come and hear you with your bands. Saint Divine, where did you get
we've got an album, an EP out, and we've got running. We have a new album coming out in July. I'm super excited about that. And so my collaborative partner in this endeavor, a lovely gentleman by the name of Will Croxton, when we started collaborating, and looking for band names, the first thing we would do is come up with something brilliant and then Google it and be like, oh, there's a band from Ohio. Here's another amazing idea. Oh, there's like a Canadian band. And so when we came up with Saint Divine, we couldn't believe like no one was using it.
Wow.
Yes. Like our biggest competition for online space was the Cathedral of St. John the Divine.
Right. That's what it made me think of. Right.
And I was just like,
I'm going to be there on Friday.
Scrolling and scrolling like a mad woman. Like, really no one.
I have to tell
we
you,
found something novel, so I grabbed.
It's not only novel; it's so because we've had bands on here, and Tim knows we can't remember the name of them because it's so big and they're fabulous, and it's a big obscure name. When I called her, I said I have some show openings. Who've you got? And I didn't know Judy Ann Nock. She just kept saying Saint Divine, Saint Divine. Yes. So I thought that was your name, was Saint Divine.
I would love that if that
when
was
I called her up, and I'm like, okay.
It's such a great name with the saint part and divine, the divinity, and that's great. And I've seen a couple of cuts like where you rock out, man. You're just raw.
Your Instagram, your Bitter M one was really great.
Yeah, that was a fun show. We really did get to rock out. It was my first time playing there, and I had a great time.
At the Bitter End, and it's really perfect for you.
Oh, it's so legendary. Yeah.
On
that stage. Yeah.
We have to. You have got to keep us in our loop. Okay, I want to get
now we've got the Modern Witchcraft Guide to Crystal Magic.
Yes, we have crystal. We have
crystals.
This one I call him my favorite child. Favorite child. So this is the first book that I was able to do that has color photography.
Oh,
wow!
It's really, really pretty, and
as it should be, right? Because we're talking about crystals.
She was pretty thick when I first finished her. She got edited down a lot, so that was a crazy process to do this, manuscript that was just born with like so much love and care.
Well, and also I have to talk about the pages it's on.
Yeah.
Very, she's got the colors and very, very slick. It's a very inviting book to hold in your hand. Wow.
So that's the newest one, and I have high hopes. I have high hopes for her. Yeah.
Wonderful. Now, coming from someone who knows like very little to nothing about crystals, what is the not ingredients, but the what is it about crystals that possesses that magical quality?
At its core,
a crystal is about a repeated pattern. That is the basis of all crystal structure, and it's what I use as the basis of my crystal magic. So it is kind of like a very, very beautiful like pseudoscience. This concept of like repeated patterns and choosing crystals that have a structure that might match like a pattern you're trying to manifest.
An energetic pattern.
Absolutely, and a huge amount of sympathetic magic, color. Right. So if we're doing, something love magic, then you want, something pink or something, very, very attractive to you. If you're looking for healing, adventuring, world, something green. If you're looking for spiritual ascension, amethyst, something purple resonates.
Is amethyst the one we see like really, really common, right?
Well, yes,
you see it
so
all
powerful,
the time. Right.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Like in Rome, they believed it was the cure for intoxication. So it's really big for people like in the sober community. They're trying to focus on their sobriety. Amethyst is very powerful because it has this association for literally thousands of years.
Right.
So, there's an element of time. Some crystals grow very quickly. There's the beautiful nature of their existence where a lot of crystals are only constrained by their environment and can grow to any size.
Oh yeah, amazing.
Tim,
you've seen
now, is that like a quartz?
Quartz.
I work with quartz a lot.
Yeah,
it is my hands down go to all purpose for everything. So you have
incredible.
Yeah, so blue quartz and purple quartz is amethyst and yellow quartz is citrine.
Those are really common. You see people wearing them
to have some type of quality to them or again, an energetic quality. I remember once many years ago, and from what I understand, like you can touch some crystals, but like there are others that are very personal. Like there was one woman one time that had said, yeah, that it was her crystal, and had pulled that out. And I went to touch it, and she says, "No, nobody touches this one."
It's right.
And she just moved it over my body, and I could feel the energy
coming from the crystal
as she was moving it around. Like that was, I will never forget that. That was so powerful. That was just so incredible.
So since you brought up quartz, quartz is a conductor. It absolutely does conduct energy. That's why it's used in electronics a lot. It's also piezoelectric. If you took two quartz crystals and rubbed them together really, really fast, you could create light. So those vibrations and that energetic field is absolutely real. Now in magic, we talked about sympathetic magic. We talked about the law of acting in accord. We could also talk about the law of contagion, which means when an object comes into contact with something, it has a vibrational resonance with that person, geographical area, that even when that crystal is then moved to another place, it's still connected. It's still connected. It will still act as though it is in contact.
Wow.
So that's why she didn't let you. She's using that for a specific purpose. And then that energy could have easily jumped to you and vice versa.
And that wouldn't have been a good thing. That because it's hers, it's hers. It's got her vibration on it. Wow. Very, very interesting. Tim, do you have any crystal? I have a lot of crystals. Do you have crystals?
I have a couple, but I don't know what. I think I just picked them up just because you like them. Let me pick this up. But I don't know necessarily if it's good for fortune or good for love or good for, I don't know the symbolism or what. How would I find out what?
So a lot of the symbolism and a lot of those correspondences change over time. Guess why?
I don't know.
Because we make them up.
Oh, wow.
We make them up as we go.
All of these correspondences were written by astrologers, priests, witches, shamans. My point is that you should feel empowered to dedicate that crystal for what you want.
Right. Your intention.
That makes total sense. Whatever my intent is. Yeah.
I mean, if you want to help it along, say like I wanted to do a money drawing spell, I might use pyrite because it looks like gold. Right? Not every currency is green. You think of green stones, we think of green as like, health, but that is also another tenet of magic, the law of sympathy, where it looks like is like. We use that in homeopathy too, where
of course,
the wound reveals the cure.
Right.
Like attracts like, and like can cure like. And so if you like it, if it's attractive to you and brings out like that harmonic resonance in your perception, I would bet it would work.
Wow, that's amazing. Okay.
You brought up the money draw. I have to put this on the table. The money draw, every time I use that, the money is drawn away from me.
Oh no, that's not how that's
it's not supposed to work that way. So Judy Ann, what am I doing wrong?
Do you have any mirrors nearby? Are you reflecting it the wrong way?
So yes, of course. I didn't even realize, but yes, there are mirrors there.
Yeah, so maybe I would start with that. I would get rid of the mirrors.
Get rid of the mirrors.
I would get rid of the mirrors in your altar space because you want to bring it in.
What would you do to attract it in? Like you personally, if you were giving a tip to somebody?
Personally, what I do is I take everything that I have and I reorder it. So, for example, if I'm getting a royalty check, the first thing I do is I kiss it, I sign it, I deposit it, and then I look at all the numbers. And then I take the highest number and I put it on the left. And then I put the next highest number and I put it to that and that and that. And so on the left side, I put and I'm writing this on the check. I put the highest number on the left, and then at the end on the right side, I add a 0.
Because
I've done a spell of events. I've taken what I have had
And you added numbers
and I
to
am
it.
reordering it, and I'm just adding 0. And then that goes on my altar with the candles and the crystals and the.
I'm thinking about my own altar. Yeah, I need to get rid of the mirror though.
For the prosperity magic. I wouldn't be reflecting it. I wouldn't be reflecting.
Okay, that's where I'm screwing up because I've got the green candle. I've got everything going on, but I've got the mirror shining on it.
Yeah, I would not. Now I would use the mirror if I was doing a protection spell. If there was something I wanted to deflect or reflect back,
right?
I would put that.
This is so practical today. This is
right.
practical show we have.
It all makes total sense. Yeah.
Helpful hints from your neighborhood.
Right. Helpful hints. I love that. So let's talk about you being your friendly neighborhood witch. What do you tell people? Because we all ran into them that think that like, I know the history of this. I know this stuff works. What do you tell people that just think that this is made up stuff?
Well, but also, or to get rid of the stigma, like
stigma.
They automatically associate the Wicked Witch of the West from Wizard of Oz or something.
Exactly.
Like how do you explain the reality?
What are your buzzwords to share with someone?
I know that I'm not everyone's cup of tea,
right?
And I'm okay with that. I am not evangelical. I am not trying to increase my numbers. I am not trying to draw followers. I'm not trying to convince anyone. I don't need to convince anyone to come to my way of thinking because I'm secure in my way of thinking.
Yeah.
And I want to attract like-minded people. I don't want to attract people whose minds are elsewhere.
Of course.
And then I have actually done, I would say for me, a considerable amount of work putting out a counter narrative to public opinion.
Well, these books alone, honest to God, the amount, Tim, if you see the content.
Check.
Don't
you want that in your house? Like,
absolutely.
But it's also the content that you have in them. You can tell the amount of work and research that went into this. It's actually really impressive.
Oh, thank you.
Because there's a lot, as you know, people that are writing books on witchcraft or whatever.
Oh, yes.
And then they're tiny. It's a big genre. And, the pages are tiny. They've got a few things on them. I'm very impressed as your work as a historian. How about that?
Thank you.
Yes,
there were 2 books prior to this series. So I had been writing on witchcraft and publishing for quite some time before I got popular.
Right.
And so there was about a 10-year period where, the public wasn't really interested. And then I want to say things shifted in the mid-teens, so around 2015, 2017.
Right. And then of course we had the pandemic.
Yeah, I did get a few titles out before then, which was so difficult because it made everything harder. Literally, the paper was hard to get. Everything was delayed because of materials and trafficking. It was so difficult. But I really think that it'll come around again.
Mm-hmm.
And by being out as a public facing witch, April 25th, I'm doing a book signing at the Met Cloisters. Yeah, so that's huge.
I love that place. That's huge.
That's huge. To have a witch at the Met. I had a friend of mine online who was just I don't think anyone else has ever done that. And it kind of surprised me because it's a very unlikely place, but I think I may have visited there in the context of an author, doing a public event at least 20 times.
Wow.
So it's turned into this beautiful positive feedback loop. And then I've done some really, really big pop culture events. Last year, I went out to San Diego for Comic-Con International and did a panel on representations of witchcraft in pop culture.
Oh, that's so interesting.
It was a lot of fun.
Oh my God, how interesting is that?
Huge crowds. And then I've also been to New York Comic-Con as well, talking about representations of witchcraft in the media and the difference between natural magic, which is what I do, and supernatural magic, which is what we see depicted, and how much of that tracks with actual practice. Right. And I like to bring in witches from different parts of the country, witches that have, different propensities and different traditions. And when we get together and
it's powerful.
It's fun.
Now, Judy Ann Nock is our wonderful guest.
Yes.
The Modern Witchcraft series, where can people find that?
It's really easy to find. I really like to encourage people to shop at their independent bookstores. If they don't have it,
thank you.
They will order it. Strand has been a really big supporter of mine. Book Culture has hosted me for events as well. So definitely your independent bookstore. That being said, as far as like the nationals, Barnes & Noble has been hugely supportive of me. Barnes & Noble gave me like my first like in-store. Oh, I was so scared.
But how totally
I'm used to it now. I'm used to it now.
But Barnes & Noble, I mean, come on, it's very mainstream.
Fabulous.
And I love what you're spreading out there. I really feel the things that you're going to teach people they're practical things. And I strongly believe we need these for our lives nowadays.
Oh, thank you.
It feels like a runaway train out there a lot of the time. And we all need practical witchcraft in our lives nowadays.
Yeah.
Whether we realize it or not. I have a question for you. Salem, Massachusetts is my favorite place. I have to tell you, you can feel what went on there. I went up there to meet with Laurie Cabot years ago. I figured
she's legendary.
Right.
Living legend.
She's still living.
Yes.
Yeah. But the feeling that you got up there were a lot of kooks. I will say that. Not the people that were working there, the people that go there, tourist wise. Every kook in the world. And as you get towards Halloween, it's insane.
That's what I've heard.
I have to tell you when you go to where witches were burnt, when you go to the House of Seven Gables, when you really spend your time in Salem, and the town green is in a triangle with their big main old hotel at the very tip of it, which is incredibly haunted with spirits. There is a feeling there like nowhere else.
I believe it. I think Laurie Cabot is now in her 90s.
Yeah, she's so powerful, you know. And I just was so amazed to have met her. We have some comments. I love to see what people ask. Oh my God. So all right, Cameron, hello friends, and welcome Wiccan Beauty. That's the amazing Rose, who is a very powerful person. Hello doll, Suze, our designer friend
from Massachusetts.
And Rose, we're all loving this weather. Yeah, she's commenting on the weather. Clover is bona fide and one of my very close to my heart. Clover and I and Tim do films together. We hang out together.
Clover says hi, Tim and Wendy and Judy. I'm also a Wicca initiate, Gardnerian, and former editor of Our Pagan Times.
Oh, wow. Okay, I know that.
Rose, put the accorded energy into your intent and have faith and trust in the universe. Got the magic to manifest. Rose knows if anyone
knows.
Okay, we love Benji Bradshaw. Benji is so adorable.
And we love Benji.
Benji is so talented. Of course, Benji loves
oil me up, baby.
Okay, and Benji is an amazing performer, and just had a video up of working the runway at the Chase Bank at 2:00 in the morning. I guess by the ATM machines. Only Benji could pull that off. The book covers are all beautiful. Benji, they are, and there's stuff you can use. Antot, who is an incredible astrologer, a close friend of Rose's, who we've had on the show.
Antot.
Antot, right?
Yeah.
Amazing. The two
would
of
be
you
great to talk to.
connect. I love the use of runes, said Rose. I made my own and they're very powerful.
Yes,
wow. Okay. Benji, learning so much today, and which is great. Suze, of course, has tons of crystals, I'm assuming.
And Benji also says, question for a beginner. How would you suggest someone with no crystals to get their first one? How do they start?
Good question. Thank you, Benji.
So I am really, really big on vibes. You need to choose something that is attractive to your eye, that feels good in your hands. Crystals are very, very tactile. First thing you're going to want to do is like clear it of any residual energy that it has. Many ways to do that. Super easy to do, unless it ends in an ITE, like a malachite or a selenite. Water is fine. Sometimes like water will have an adverse effect on some crystals. I would start with quartz, run it under some water, give it a little charge, give it your own vibrational energy. You can do that by tapping it, by clapping in your hands. One thing that I love to do when I charge my crystals is I put them on top of my speaker.
Oh, that's
play my
smart.
favorite song. Play my favorite song,
that's-
and you can see
The
the
vibration,
vibration.
right?
Yeah.
You can see it, and then you know that you have this beautiful talisman to carry with you to take you back to that place. Like if you're in a meeting and you can't be blasting your music, you can hold your crystal.
And I love that concept that it's almost like the crystal will find you or pick you.
Yeah,
I believe that.
Kind of like a pet. You know how a pet will a lot of times select you or pick you out.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, Chris.
But you could also go to
Alm
Shanty on 14th Street. They've got a really great selection.
I know the place you're talking. Yeah, it's daunting, Tim, and they're gorgeous. You're going to be attracted to so many crystals, and there you can literally spend 2 hours there.
But it's great because they have like a little bit of everything. So like if you notice, like I wear a lot of crystals too. I have like tiger's eye for protection. I have rose quartz for love. I have azurite. I have all kinds of stuff all the time.
And you keep it on your person. Mine is hanging everywhere like decorations.
I do that too. Like there's like and then I have my working group of crystals. I have the ones that I use for workshop. That they have to be very large so that they can be seen by everybody.
Yes,
I've done like
of
some
course.
big. So I have like the big like crystal heart, but mostly I use those for like groups. Like you don't have to have like a giant pillar.
Right.
The energy is the energy.
So how often do you do workshops? Because that's great. People would be so excited to sign up for one of your workshops.
I have some big workshops coming up. The first 2, I'm doing workshops on crystals and runes at Starwood Festival, which is going to be in Ohio in July.
Ohio.
So that is a big, crazy, wonderful pagan festival that's been running like since the 80s. So it's very well established. And then in August, I'll be in New Orleans at Hex Fest. And I'll be doing some workshops there. And I have some ideas on how to start maybe like combining the music and the magic. And I have some big things brewing because the interest is there. People are asking like, when can I get a workshop? I'm like, I might know.
Now
check
people
with me in 6 months.
I will highly recommend that everybody follow Judy Ann Nock on Instagram at Trans Sister. It's down at the bottom.
So annoying.
What's that?
He said it. He said it good. I also want to throw this out to you. Night of 1,000 Stevies is coming up. That you would be
I would blend so hard.
So you need to reach out to see if they're still giving tables inside. So we all go there to worship Stevie, but we have a whole area of people that are vendors. Your books would be perfect. What you do and who you are is absolutely perfect.
Yeah, that would go great.
If you choose to do a workshop in New York,
thank you for the
Target.
tip.
No, I will give you that information. It's great because people would totally sign up for it.
Get my bell sleeves ready.
Well, firstly, let me get a picture.
Oh yeah, we have to get the picture. Yeah.
Before we sign off, just 1 second. Okay. In 3, 2, 1, and then as soon as the preview moves out, then we'll get one more. Okay. In 3, 2, 1. There we go. Thank you.
You were such a terrific guest. I'm so excited
so
that
much.
you came
So
today.
Oh my God, Judy Ann, this was wonderful.
Oh my God, I forgot to mention we have craft services. I got you hosted snowballs.
I love that.
And water. That's our craft services.
Yep, that's it.
That podcast. We're on a budget. Okay. Thank you, everybody who tuned in today. I know you left with a lot of tips. I certainly did. Love
same
shows
here.
Like this. We will be back next week. Take care. Have a gorgeous rest of week and enjoy the weather. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.